All right, so now we're gonna do our gable beams. They're a little different because they're gonna sit on our actual gables. So we've mocked this up. They're not actually attached, but this is what it looks like, the gable. This one I'm gonna go ahead and assemble this part of it for you because you can see it, because it goes a little different. 16 inches, this is exactly the same as before. Okay, on all your gable stops, we're gonna go to 16. Right there, boom, and that's where we want it, okay? And then we're gonna put this guy on. And this is different because we can set this up on the gable in stages. You don't actually have to pre-attach this beforehand. So this is only half of the beam, but what we'll do now is we're gonna put this up here and go on. And this stopper, what it does is it makes sure that your distance is the same on all of them. See, it just stops right on the gable. So if I put it on there and I slide it down, boom, it catches. Now if you come down here, you'll see we have a 45-degree angle. And when you're I can't actually do all this right now because we're not elevated. It's not gonna sit right, but you can get that first piece on, bring your second piece in. Now again, we do want to put some glue on here. It's a little less important on this one than it was on the other one, but a little bit of glue in here. We're gonna bring that seam up together. Now, one of the things I want to show you before you screw it down, take a look over here. I've actually intentionally left this out a little bit, but I'm gonna do the other way. This is the outside. I don't want to have any screws here. I want to keep that clean. So we're gonna go back to the inside, and you'll see I've intentionally made it so that there's a gap. And the reason being, when I put my screws in here and it sucks it up, it's actually gonna push it down like this to where I want it flush, and I'm gonna stop. And that's what your gable is gonna look like. That's your gable beam. It's gonna look just like that, only not sticking up in the back because it'll be up, not rested. And then just like before, we're gonna go from here. We're gonna go up to 98.5. Right here, right? So that we made our mark at 98.5. Okay. And now because it's a gable molding, there's actually only gonna be one of these guys. But again, this is my spot right here. This guy's gonna go in right here, flush to 98.5. We're gonna screw it in, just like we did the other ones. And that's gonna hold it all together as well. And then after that's on, the only other piece that's left to do, again, is your step up. These are your step ups. Gotta still do this on all the beams. And you can take one of your little blocks here, they're 3.5 inch, make your space. Now this little block right here is actually, we're gonna show you what that is here in a minute, but we're just borrowing it for a moment. You can use your tape measure and measure down 3.5 inches if you want, or you can cheat and use one of these little blocks. Again, screwing it down, and then that's how you have your cable moldings. So you got to envision the other part being there, but that's how it goes on.